are forced to play utility jungle. They already have a lot of damage output and there's no real front line. The obvious choice would be the Hayabusa for Andoryu, but would it be too greedy? Because if they lose out early against this comp with a Hayabusa, it'll be real tough. Onyx looking to, I believe, going for the Moss. With the Yi Sun-shin, it gets really tough now actually, right? Usually you want to go for the Harith, it's banned out by them though. Do they just go... What are we thinking here, boys?
Something with Purify, that's for sure. Claude?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Claude.
Okay, so another hero that can dive, right?
Badang?
And safety as well.
AoE. Badang is it available? It's a good
Oh.
choice with the Grok.
All right. I was thinking that the crowd control immunity of the Grok might work out here, but again, this Grok is going to be good against physical damage and crowd control, but there's more than that at Navi's disposal right now, and they go for this Fredrin. Yep. Just get more setup. They need that beefy front line, like you mentioned, Mirko.
The only utility jungler left, well, there's a Kai too, but not a fan. Fredrin picked up for Na'Vi. It is a classic Aldo drive in my opinion. Nothing too crazy, just solid stuff on the board for Na'Vi. But Onyx have built themselves a very, very high mobility composition. Like Onyx can attack from different angles, man. Everyone wants to dive. Even the Yi Sun-shin here, and the Claude, even their marksman wants to dive in. What do you think, lineup-wise, Arashi, Na'Vi or Onyx?
I feel like in normal circumstances, Navi's would look a lot more consistent, but knowing that this is Onyx here, the fact that they have two big setups for a big team fight, and they got a lot of prio going for them, I feel like I gotta give my vote to Onyx for this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be diving into the land of Dawn. You can see the Garuda wings of MPL ID bring us right here into the matchup of the two ELO teams. Here we go, game number 1 in the comeback for week 4 in the MPL arena.
Boys, I'm so hyped. Onyx versus Na'Vi, let's see. It seems like just a small spell check, nothing too crazy or nothing too out of the ordinary, just some flickers here and there.
Get the veteran and the young blood here again. It's definitely for Andoryu to prove to us that he can match up to Kairi. And on the Yi Sun-shin, this is by all means a carry hero, but he also has angles in the late game. So Na'Vi, they can't really afford to lose their cool here. They need to play calm, calculated all the way to the end. And look at this contest here by Keyboy as well. Doesn't really get it. Again, the emblems by GameSmax. Agility, Wilderness Blessing for both Keyboy and Sans. Again, rotations and setups. That's the name of the game for Onyx. And that's what they're able to use to get so much value. For Na'Vi, pull yourself together for both Ukir and Apro actually. So that's a peculiar option for the Farsa. Maybe it's he has, outplays in his mind.
Yeah, good stuff here. Skylar has to go Warrior Boots instantly. And the battle for movement. Sans and Keyboy going for agility and Wilderness Blessing. Really looking to control the mid lane, but it's actually Na'Vi who are holding it now. Big question I have right now for Onyx is, can they utilize Skylar's signature pick on Claude, right? Back in the days, at least when he was playing for RRQ, it was always play for Skylar, protect Mr. President whenever he's on Claude, the Tan. It's a different style already for Onyx. They're not really going to funnel into Skylar on the Claude.
It really feels like they're going to be able to, just because there's so much more problems for Na'Vi to think about. It's not just Skylar on the Claude. Remember, again, the Kairi on the Yi Sun-shin, Lupi on the Arlet. There's so many heroes that can demand crowd control from Na'Vi that can allow Skylar to get a massive Blazing Duet. Feather Airstrike already used up though.
Yeah, that's early. That's going to be Purify popped as well. Let's see the turtle.
Whoa.
Andoryu is on it. That's going to be Andoryu collecting it, but that's a final slash. Blocking a lot of members down. Keyboy will be the first one to fall here. Lupi now quite isolated, forced to use that flicker, and is able to get away. A great win for Na'Vi, and it seems like they want to get more. The flicker spent. Skylar and Shiva in the mid lane. It seems like they will concede that purple buff.
Mid prio is so important, and you get to see it here. Na'Vi utilize it instantly onto the turtle. They go for the burst. They had proper control. A solid draft from Na'Vi that brings them turtle 1. And Onyx are forced back. Town prediction by Gope. Everybody except for Mirko.
Whoa!
I've got Na'Vi. I trust in Aldo. I trust in the boy. Keyboy was looking for the play. Oh, unlucky Tsunami Slam. Keyboy gets out. Doesn't even need the tectonic charge. But Arashi, talk us through that turtle 1.
Well, Na'Vi have Prio first of all, and they also have the fighter jungler. And you're seeing how they're able to move forward and push Onyx away from the neutral objective. Because again, they have ways to kind of mitigate that pick-off style from Na'Vi, but mainly it's just Keyboy, right? So if Keyboy's skills are on cooldown, he himself is quite vulnerable. And Kyrie can't really move up to try and get that red tree win. So I feel like Na'Vi played well for the win condition, and Onyx themselves are the ones who kind of forced it, knowing that they have an assassin slash marksman jungler. They went for the risk, and it really didn't pay off for them.
Not at all. Now, can Na'Vi build upon this lead is the question. They've been quite questionable whenever they get the leads, usually. It's been very brawly, but that was also when Endoryu gets his hands on assassin junglers that kind of need to be a bit more brawly. On a utility jungle, it's so slow, and that's where you get the full value of the Kalea. You can go for pickoffs, take that one, back away, and then play with the advantage. Na'Vi playing it super slow. This is unlike the Na'Vis we've seen in the past, who just want to go guns blazing. Even when they were called Rebellion, they're always a team-fighting team. Now starting up the turtle.
First one was for Na'Vi. Will it be the same? Boy, but a big tectonic charge. That's the blazing duet with the follow-up. That's gonna be Kyrie this time, equalizing on the new take. Shibe joins in! Lutpi finds a big final slash, and that will be the end of Ukir. And Andoryu Onyx this time around will find the big win. Na'Vi, Shibe all alone is able to keep his distance, but yeah, what a win.
Classic Onyx recovery. That's why you can never really let your guard down against the final boss. You can win Turtle 1, heck, you can win 3 Turtles, and they'll still be lingering. They have those double health bars when you get them down.
And they know their win conditions, man. The engage by Keyboy there, as expected, and also the patience from Lutpi to hold off on the final slash. Whoa, look at his dive, though.
That's the final slash, on towards Cars. Still able to juggle from that turret damage, but Cars is able to get away. Take a look at the reverse side, though. That's going to be isolated. A lot of resources spent. Tectonic charge just to escape. That's worth it for Onyx.
Oh, Shiva!
Shiva!
Oh!
Angle. Wow, cheeky kill there. And Na'Vi actually was able to get the win. Skylar in trouble, half HP. That's a stun. That's a taunt. Uh-oh, blazing duet forced to be used. That San's knocking Andoryu up, but that's about it. Andoryu looking to steal now. They will not commit. They will back away, but they will get the structure bottom side surely.
We got a game in our hands, man. Shiva has truly leveled up. Like, he's been the backbone of Na'Vi for the longest time, but the last few matches, last few games we've seen from him, even in the scrim he had with BTRP, shout out to Luke, he was the main man for Na'Vi. The artist prediction obviously favoring Onyx, just like the town prediction, but Na'Vi are still staying in it.
They're doing so well right there. Being able to make Onyx pay for their transgressions, that's great, but now they have the lane control as well. You're seeing Shive already sent away to try and control that wave even more. The confidence to move there in the enemy side of the jungle and, you know, without backup, that's kind of crazy, man. Onyx already on the turtle though, what will they do?
Let's say it seems like they have committed 5 members on that turtle pit. There's in the area though. Feather Shark, Spend Kyrie, Calm Retribution.
Oh!
Final slash by Lutpi, isolated, and that's gonna be Lutpi, but Keyboy jumps in with a tectonic charge. That's the damage though from the side of Na'Vi, enough to deal with the frontliners of Onyx. Will they get the mid? Santen's Kyrie is on it, looking for that defense. Na'Vi looking to dive, and seems like they will concede their mid structure. That's a big win for Na'Vi Nation.
I love what we're seeing. We're seeing Na'Vi go back to their roots. This is what really impressed me for Na'Vi when they initially made the debut of Endoryu and Ukir. They know exactly how to tackle games when they're behind. They know exactly what to utilize in every single fight. Here, they know they're going to lose out the red tree battle. Kyrie was a whole 2 levels ahead of Endoryu when the turtle started. So he didn't even use the red tree to go for it. He went for initially the engage, getting the taunt, getting the setup for the feather airstrike, and then he backed away Arashi to peel for their backline.
And it's a great move by Na'Vi overall to just go for that front-to-back team fight. Because remember, there's a big difference here in the mid lane. Sans is not a damage dealer on the Tsushin, not in the same way a Farsa is. So when Na'Vi play a front-to-back composition, they have the benefit of Shiva being freely outputting a ton of damage, and also having that Farsa. They can throw out all these AoE, get multiple people stuns here. He's just having so much more presence in the team fight in a way that Sans can really get in a skirmish. And Navi is doing a great job just denying Onyx from all those small skirmishes that they would really want to really get ahead here in this game.
That's why we gotta shout out all the really good CC players who play front to back. And we gotta diss all the really bad CC players who get a lead early and think they're assassins and play to dive into the back line. I'm talking about you, Sheffin. Navi, 1,000 gold lead, just playing with their strengths. And the strength is really there. That slow tempo fight, it has negated Onyx dive completely.
You have to remember that Onyx themselves, again, they don't have a frontliner, right? For the most part, it's just Keyboy. And when he goes in front, you know, him and Lutpi, they want to be diving in. So the backline has been vulnerable. And you saw Lutpi and Keyboy, they cannot tank damage for all that long at all. So they have to try and use their mobility. But like you mentioned, Mirko, Navi playing this slow style denies it. Navi having the taunt, the Tsunami Slam, and all these tools denies it.
Tsunami Slam, Feather Airstrike, that's a combo. Seems like Onyx,
Oh!
gotta be careful there, that's a Lemon Flare defensive one. Seems like with that trade, Navi will be able to control of that river. Whew. Now with the conceal, Onyx looking for an angle. That's a stun.
Oh!
Not connecting. That's gonna be Skylar jumping, and that's a Purify though. Oh, gotta be careful. That's a BMI towards the back. Doryu did not connect the Appraiser's Wrath towards Sans, and it's another reset again. Navi winning the trades.
The kite is so clean by Navi. The off-angled attack's a good move by Keyboy, placing that wall down to delay the Navi take. Does look like Onyx are in no position to go for the contest though. I don't even think Kyrie wants to go in. Yeah, he knows that Eastern Shin isn't meant to just trace this forward and retry. It's Navi with Lord 1 through their discipline and their really creative angles.
They were chasing that Onyx, but they do not get baited, man. A lot of teams, when they see Onyx so vulnerable like that, they would want to try and get more. But Navi, understanding that they have so much sustain from the Kalia, built in from the CC on the War Axe, they have the Fredrin built in healing as well. They understood that we can take these short skirmishes, you know, get to half HP and still stick on the neutral objective. Onyx can't do that. So Navi, again, this is a next level understanding of their win conditions, and they're using it really, really well. With this Lord coming through, they can force a front to back again onto Onyx and force Onyx to use some of their spells onto the Lord. It's looking really good for Navi right now.
Really solid stuff from Navi. The machine doing work too. 1-0-2, 1,800 ahead of Lutpi. Despite the CC advantage of Onyx, well, initially in the draft at least, before we saw the Kalea Fredrin, it was great for the Arlet. But then after seeing these lockdown heroes, you can try to get those vengeance resets, but when you're constantly taunted, knocked up, and then Tsunami Slam down to the ground, and then Curtain called, it gets really tough. Oh, shot, Shive!
Gotta be careful. Oh, that's a Malefic Roar doing work as well. We want the mid. Kyrie is free in the bottom side of the map. Will recall. Oh, that's a final slash on towards Afro. Under the turret! That's going to be the taunt though. Lutpi looking to get out, but that's Skylar, 1 HP! And Ukir finds an angle. Now Cars will not be able to escape. Shive is able to protect and recollect. That's Ukir. Feathered Airstrike zoning members of Onyx away.
Man, that's a great move. Honestly, by Onyx, they're on the back foot and they're able to force Navi to go for a desperate fight because they sent Kyrie on a split push mission. All things considered, the turret finally does fall. No, he doesn't.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, give it up for Onyx for being able to defend that turret with a composition, well, at least the ones that are alive, who aren't really too good at wave clearing, man. Let's take a look at the replay again, presented to you by our official tournament smartphone, Samsung Galaxy S25 series. It started with an attempt by Apro. He really tried to get that Tsunami Slam, but this is why you need to calculate the Purify cooldown. I think he was still under the assumption that it was down, and that really costed Navi. Good moves, though, mechanically by Ukir.
Yeah.
Flickering out, that could have been bad. A Tectonic Charge over. If it was a kill, maybe Tier 1 here in the mid lane for Navi would have been taken down.
Well, there's that flicker out, and also the fact that he was able to get that final hit onto Skylar to secure the kill. That made the whole trade a 2-for-2. So initially, without that play, Onyx would have gotten a 2-for-1 trade and kept their base turret. So I think Navi did a great job, but I think now they need to be aware of the wave situation, right? It's not enough to be able to pressure Onyx, because they're understanding that Onyx won't easily be pressured to going for reckless fights. They seem to have set up the wave on top for a slow push. There's going to be a minion advantage there. So Na'Vi, they're playing this slow game, and now Onyx are going to be forced on that big question. Do they want to go for the engage, or do they want to slowly but surely be forced to fight 5v4?
It's going to be tough for Onyx to deal with this. Apro,
Oh,
this time going to go on Ludwig.
Looking for the engage. That's the Tsunami Slam. Feather Airstrike. That's info. That's a great three-man tom, but no clear follow-up. Oh, gotta be careful. That's Ludwig jumping, and Keyboy will be the first one to fall on it. Skylar looking for an angle. That's the towards the back by Skylar. That's a cancellation though. Skylar stunned up. That's going to be Skylar down off the board. And Onyx, they're scrambling as Sans and Kyrie will be just zoned away.
Wow. Clean by Na'Vi. Not even the blazing duet from Skylar could take him down.
I thought for a second there that was the moment, but look at this. They're going for the Lord, and they're going for the base turret. Unfinished business by Na'Vi in the mid lane. And Andoryu, again, on low HP, can stick on that Lord. They are using all of the weapons Aldo has given them so efficiently. Oh, dude, 83%!
83%, our AI prediction presented by Samsung Galaxy S25 series. Oh, yikes. Na'Vi, the machine, Apro, Ukir, and Doryu, and XPTR man Shiva are doing an amazing job. Phenomenal stuff here. Man, that was just so clean. We gotta give him props, always, man. Whenever you see a team play to this level, against Onyx in Indo, oh, levels. Red Tree used by Andoryu. Sans no Purify yet. He is in a tough spot. Let's see what Na'Vi do.
Let's see, Afro has a flicker in 3 seconds. Now the Lord will be the main priority. Afro has that flicker and Tsunami Slam play. Seems like their call is, just be patient here. Let's not force things out, you know, 6,000 gold lead against Onyx. Not like you can get that every day. Purify already spot. It's going to be also the final slash committed, so just one remaining base turret for Onyx.
Ideally, I think Na'Vi wants this one as well. Oh, Ludwig!
That's the Tsunami Slam, no more Ludwig. Placing duet from Skylar with the wind of nature, finding the members of Na'Vi. 2 members off the board. The Na'Vi Nation are nervous.
Oh man, that was unfortunate. Shiva maneuvered so well, but he saved the flicker and he didn't account for the crit from Kai on the passive. That was just so close. The miscalculation a bit, and now Na'Vi are on the back foot. But look at the wave down below. They gotta handle that. I believe it's still okay, it's not big. It gets handled by Skylar. 2 base turrets down, but the Sky Kings have held on to their far lane base turret, which means they should be able to contest for the next one.
Unfortunately for Na'Vi, they were really desperate to get that final base turret, but Onyx used it against them. Again, the move from Kyrie there to sneakily get some more damage onto Shiva. That was almost a clean fight from Na'Vi, with the HP burst from Sonic getting ever so low. But look at this, man. At 16 minutes here, Skylar is catching up, already full items, and Shiva has just lost a bunch of stacks on that Sky Piercer. So hey, slowly but surely, even though Onyx don't really have a strong late game, quote-unquote, they do have 2 marksmen, so the damage output is still there. It depends on how the fights really go, and shows you again that Onyx, they know the possibilities here, and they don't, they don't lose their cool.
But Na'Vi hasn't lost her cool either. I wonder how many stacks Sans is sitting on in the Sky Piercer here, because he has 2 kills. I wonder if it's 2 kills on the Sky Piercer, or if it's just 1 right now. Shiva definitely got a big hit on the Sky Piercer stacks that he was building to. You would hope for at least more than 30 at this point of the game, but he is setting at 20 around there. Ooh, Doryu, no dash.
That's a mistake there with the barrier. Doryu will be able to dash away though. Nothing too critical just yet here. 2,500 gold lead here, 17 minutes. Let's see with that, will it be of use? Seems like both teams are playing it slow. Bottom side are pushing for Na'Vi though.
Yeah, the wave is slowly pushing up, and again, Na'Vi with the sustain advantage and the poke advantage, they don't have to force a fight, but Andoryu is making some aggressive moves.
That's a knock-up, that's a feather airstrike, final slash, great combination, very low for Andoryu. Oh, that's a great stun from Onyx. Na'Vi now re-engaging. Oh, the tectonic charge by Keyboy. Shive isolated and taken down. Good night, Afro and Shive, as Onyx, against all odds, they have found the angle on their winning condition.
Doesn't matter how much of a lead you have. When you're up against the final boss of ID, you gotta play it perfect. One mistake, a slight one, and it's a capitalization. Onyx waited for the Evolved Lord to spawn, sending Lutpi back. Cars doing a lot of damage.
Doryu now looking for an angle. That's Cars though.
Oh!
Repossession! Tyler with the blazing duet is able to find a member, and that will be the end of Cars, and Doryu and Lord will be for the yellow Porcupines.
And that's the big moment, man. Onyx now with the GOAT lead. Even the wave on the bottom side gets handled by Lutpi. So they account for all variables, and they have done it now. 3K ahead, Skylar selling his boots for the Windtalker. They're going for a final big play. And Na'Vi, they need to understand that Shive has to stay alive. It's the main priority at this point, and they're going to be fighting Onyx that has caught up in gold, that has the Lord with them with a damage reduction.
That's why you can never count Onyx out again. They got that clutch factor, man. Keyboy, phenomenal tectonic charge to find Shive, and then the instant initiation from the rest of the team. Shive swapped his items a bit too late. Unfortunately, that was the only nitpick you could really, find in that performance earlier. But now Onyx, it really all relies on how they utilize the Evolved Lord. Unfortunately for Onyx, I don't think this will be the end, unless they can get a pick off on Na'Vi. But again, you can see how smart Na'Vi are playing this. They know how powerful an Evolved Lord is. They're not going to walk out inside of the base. They're probably going to give this tier 2 in the mid lane in trade for a little bit of poke onto this Evolved Lord. I think at this point, they're going to have to sacrifice the base turret down below. They cannot take a fight against this Onyx lineup with the Evolved Lord.
Let's see, will they be able to defend after Onyx defended 2 Lords from their side? Feather Strike deployed there. Doryu and friends are just prioritizing it. They take the Lord down now. What they need to prioritize is save as many as base turrets. Onyx with the conceal looking for an angle. Seems like they just want the base turret in the mid. They will get it though now. More offense from the yellow Porcupines looking to destroy their last remaining base turret. That's the Tsunami Slam. Responds with the immunity. That's a Feather Airstrike though, committed. Onyx, they should not force this one. Uki looking for an angle. Ooh. Very, very just cheeky there, but seems like Na'Vi and Onyx will remain with 5 players respectively.
They got the value they were looking for, Onyx. 3 base turrets. Now they're the ones who hold the advantage. And it's the far lane that's most important. The mid and top, it's more of an equalizer, but having defended their own base turret in the last few sieges of Na'Vi, and now cracking open that base turret down below, means that it'll be always free for Onyx in the bottom lane. Slow pushing constantly.
And obviously has the X factor, the Tsunami Slam. They have had the setup advantage again and again, but they have been the ones engaging in initiating some of these fights. I think they're gonna play them in a bit more measured fashion. They're moving to the top side right now. Again, now Onyx has the advantage, and they're taking their time with this.
That wave, man, in the bottom lane, they
So annoying.
keep on letting it go. And Na'Vi, unfortunately, don't really... Oh!
Sounds clear. It's a Feather Airstrike also committed, so that's gotta be a great reaction to
Cars.
just Stalker Cars. Tsunami Slam. No immortality for Lutpi. Knocked up is huge, and that's gonna be on Doryu finding the kill. That's gonna be Keyboy and Lutpi off the board.
Wave.
Gotta be careful. The wave is coming in the bottom side, and Skylar has immortality. And now it's 5v3 though for Na'Vi Nation.
There's a massive wave in the bottom lane, but the wave spawned just in time too, and Na'Vi get all the value. They win out the fight. They have a wave spawning to deal with the build-up wave, and Kai has to recall. Na'Vi are looking for the end.
30 seconds on Lutpi, 35 on Keyboy. They gotta handle this mid-wave. On Shocker Pop, seems like they will be able to. For this one, Doryu surely knocked up, stunned again. Not enough damage though to really be a threat towards Brethren, and it's a reset.
It looks like a bad call. Is it a bad call, Arashi?
I feel like certainly going for the Lord will be the better angle, but they were able to pressure Onyx from making any moves, and they were able to clear the wave on the bottom side. And the two casualties from Onyx still aren't up. It's actually not a bad move at all.
Kai.
For an angle, no. It's like no window was available for Kai to find that steal. So it will be another defense for Onyx.
Beautifully done.
With the Lord, though, this time, the front to back from Navi is just that much scarier. They gotta escort it, man. They cannot allow Onyx to kind of shred it down before the big moment. Conceal from Afro.
Oh, Skylar.
No flicker, though, from Afro. So hanging on that Tsunami Slam. Kyrie forced to recall. So they will defend with 4, technically with Keyboy off angle. Another air strike. Oh, Tectonic Charge
Keyboy.
cancel from the back. Oh! The big stun and the final slash. The combination from Onyx. They have to deal with the Lord, though. Will it be enough? No Skylar to defend. Now Navi looks to force the issue.
Cars.
That's going to be Cars trying to take a peek, take a jab on the turret, but that's a big double from Sans. And Onyx have defended 3 Lords in this game.
Give it to him. That's Keyboy. What a tectonic charge. Wow. Flashback to the M5 World Championship when he was able to turn a 12,000 gold lead from AP Brent to a win on his Tigreal. Now it's on a Grok, the revamped one. With an Evolved Lord, Navi wasn't able to end. Now it's just the machine.
I'd say the machine will not be able to do much, just perhaps buy time, but that's a godlike. And ladies and gentlemen, after defending 3 Lords in this game, the Yellow Porcupines will secure Game 1.
The Sky Kings live in the clutch. They are the clutch. Keyboy. Damn.
Oh man, that was a game, man. We said it before. If Navi are able to make it close to put up a fight against Onyx, that in itself is a win, and they almost took a game win there against a very good, a clean-looking Onyx that weren't making too many mistakes. Unfortunately, in the deepest moment of the clutch, that's where Onyx find that big moment, man. Navi did not see it coming.
Keyboy. Time and time again. Oh man, we gotta take a look at the replay there of the moment.
Don't forget Lutpi as well, dude.
Yeah, the capitalization from Lutpi was phenomenal. Shoutouts to him too. But he didn't have flicker at the final moment, so it really was all as to how Keyboy could get it first, right? He could walk up, he could capitalize, but if there wasn't the instant initiation from Keyboy, Navi would have won this game.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, just crisp clean from Onyx in the end there. That experience that the team has, the veterancy of these players coming in handy.
Oh man, dude. It's a great team effort from Onyx overall, man.
Yeah.
The set, the damage, you know, the timing on the Blazing Duet as well. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, Onyx are the ones who want that kind of crazy, you know, messy fight. And with the Lord, we thought that there was no way they can force that upon Navi. But Keyboy was nowhere to be seen. He came in from the back out of nowhere. And just like that, they lost Shive again. And unfortunately, when you have such a good front-to-back composition, when the fights are not front-to-back, when Shive ends up being in the front, you know, when
Shive and Ukir.
Exactly, gets stuck in the front like that, it's not a front-to-back, man. You lose.
Wow.
What an intelligent play. They took a risk, but they were able to, you know, pay it off with great mechanics and just they're so sharp, man. That's why I love this team. Thank you.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you get to that point though, right, like you have to make the risky move, and it's just how you pull it off. And again, like Gani said, they pulled it off like it was just another day.
And they have been for quite some time.
Yeah, every time you think you're getting close to winning against Onyx,
Hey, Alter Ego did it though. Game 1.
they did.
Last week.
They did. Wow, well played to Alter Ego.
Should have been a 2-0.
Should have been, are strong words, my friend, but I believe the Sonics back at home, Sonics here in the building, are very happy, and they probably share the same opinion, you know? It's just unfortunate for Navi. It looks so close, you know? Getting just a game would have been great, but we kind of set the bar from the drafts from before that as well. If Navi even get close to beating Onyx, this is crazy levels of improvement. And it just comes down to that late game. Unk in the back there.
Wonk.
Is chilling. Wonk. The rest of the team as well. Does look like they're just chilling here. Lutpi! And the main man keep... Oh, was that Raja Yeba?
I think he was there, yeah.
No!
In the building.
He's in the building, Baba Yeba! We gotta say hi to him later in, well, backstage. Aldo
Backstage.
and the whole team. Backstage. Looks like they're chilling, man. They're chilling. They're looking confident. Shive, a few mistakes here and there. He looked really good at the start, but then towards the end, yeah, a few of those little mechanical problems, not swapping the items fast enough.
Was it was it nervous maybe? Was it like the stakes are like, oh,
That's why
it's close.
playing on stage is so different, right? Like, and
Yeah.
also we get cleaner games while on stage. Online, it was just, super disappointing. All of them were. It looked like they all got to play ranked, and then we live streamed it basically, right? They just had no discipline. They were like, all right, let's go. It's online. On stage, they feel the pressure. Like, we gotta play clean. We gotta be calculated. We gotta outsmart them. That's why I love stage.
It's a mental framing to it, right? Because like they probably play and scrim and play ranked in the same room, same environment, right? So when they're there, they can get kind of carried away by the atmosphere. Same thing happens on stage, man. It's different.
Okay. So let's see right now if Na'Vi are able to do it. Jack Lee and Aldo got a whole lot to do, or maybe not a lot to do at all. Maybe they just go and stick with the same plan. First pick, and it's the same win rate on first pick and second pick.
Oh, they're giving Onyx their comfort side.
Is it their comfort? With Yeb it was.
Oh,
Blue side is a hot.
Oh.
Wait, did they lose on blue side? Let's take a look. Hold up.
Hold
Let's
on.
see.
Let's confirm.
Let's confirm, because as far as I know, maybe the alter ego loss was on blue, huh? Oh no, yeah, it is blue side 100%. So that's correct. So with Adi and Unk W, it's not like the Yeb red side, man. It's different.
I'm technically still
W is so
5%
funny.
still though.
What?
It's just a game loss though.
It is just a
Technically.
game loss.
Yeah, but that rate is for game win loss gone. It's not match win loss on the first pick selection.
So red side, sometimes they disrespect their opponents. They let Arlet go on Nino, and then they just get demolished. And on blue side, they're like, let's take the Arlet. Yeah. So let's see if they're gonna give Cars the Arlet. The machine was a machine in game 1.
Yeah, he was doing well, but
It was more just Cars, not Cars 2 in game 1,
right,
It's a good one,
exactly.
yeah.
But this, looking at the timing of it, there should be Cars 2 here in game 2, right?
No, you never want to go Cars 2, man. It's like
Exactly.
the worst Pixar movie.
Yeah, they do not want it, so we gotta break the pattern here and just skip over to Cars something else.
Cars something else.
Cars 3 was pretty good.
Cars 3?
Yeah, so maybe he needs to just go Cars 3.
Was that the one in London?
No, that's Cars 2.
Oh.
Do you want to wait for Cars the live action?
Wait, now I'm confused, but let's just dive into the draft here, Na'Vi. What'll Cars play? The Phobies gets banned out again, so Na'Vi this time have their sights on the Arlet. Onyx, Baksha, and Wan ban Na'Vi.
Uh-oh.
Did they stick to the same plan, which was the... Oh, they banned the Harith, actually. They take away a hero that Onyx took away on blue side. So Na'Vi have a chance now to go Lancelot or Ju Sin. What would you go for? Well, depending on Onyx ban.
Depending on Onyx bans right here, I feel like EXP lane is still like the lane you want to kind of look at, right? With the setup being so important for both lanes there, you saw Lutpi have a bit of struggle because Kairos was doing pretty well, but at least initially. So I think there's going to be eyes there, but mid lane as well. It was what Onyx prioritized in game number 1. I think Na'Vi can kind of take a page out of their book.
Okay. Big question mark on Na'Vi. Do you go for the first pick, Ju Sin, set up for the Arlet pick, or do you go for the Lancelot? The pick that we are used to seeing for Andoryu. Oh, in a way, I like it because they're just going to go and lean onto proper fundamentals with the Ju Sin. But giving Kyrie a Lancelot has never really been a solid strat for anyone, and I don't think he's going to hesitate here. Should be the Lancelot for Onyx. Together with what, though?
You don't think they might go for the Yi Sun Shin still? It's a bit more flexible, right? It's both a marksman and assassin. Technically, it's one of the factors that allowed Onyx to win in the previous game. Depends on how they want to play this, right? If they want to try and be aggressive and shut down this Chushin pick, they can kind of assume Na'Vi's going to try and go all in and want to have more outplay potential. Farsa, Lancelot, it is. Signature hero for Sans as well. So, oh boy, the setup is something that Na'Vi needs to be very aware about.
So I would just go for Arlet Kalea first here, right? Secure the mid prio. You already have the Arlet. You have crazy CC to deal, to combo with the Arlet. And then Onyx ended the draft off with a... Did they go Granger? I think it's a bit too greedy with Lancelot on the far side. Maybe they go for a safer choice like a Moskov Claude. Or they go for more lock. Oh, it's the Haya.
I like.
So it is not going to be Kalea this time around, leaving Onyx to actually have a chance to snatch that away. And it will be Lapu Lapu instead. Trying to bypass the CC and go through the Vengeance stacks with anti-CC of Lapu Lapu.
Certainly interesting. Na'Vi, again, they're kind of set up for a full-on dive as well, so technically, you know, we've seen Lapu Lapus get kind of kited away from. This time, you know, if it's going to be a brawl, quite literally, with a Lancelot and Lapu Lapu, Onyx have a lot of opportunities here. And we already know how Sans performs on the Farsa. It's a long-distance artillery, but Sans gets up close and personal sometimes. So this is working out quite nicely.
Okay. Ilos ban again for Onyx this time, okay. So they're the ones now thinking that Na'Vi will go for those beefy boys, knowing that there's technically no front line for Na'Vi yet. Do Na'Vi take away the Kalea? Yes, they do. Next up, what will
The
it
Rock,
be?
I think, can be a possible ban. Unless Sonic wants
Do they
Rock.
have too much mobility already, Na'Vi, to like actually respect the Grok? Because it doesn't look like the Grok should be a problem for this lineup, right? I don't know. 7 games, by the way. This is the guy with 100% win rate. Savero and all the other Onyx members have actually lost together once against Alter Ego, game 1. And it was up against an Arlet, so Na'Vi have the tools that Alter Ego did.
That's the tools to catch Onyx off guard, you know, put the foot on the other shoe. Right now, with 10 seconds to go here, Onyx taking their time with this one.
Yeah. Thinking of whether to ban the...
Wow.
All right.
So they think that the Arlet can still be flexed into Rome. Not a big fan of that, but all right.
We haven't seen the Rome Arlet in a long, long time, dude.
Last time I saw it, it was Keyboy against Liquid Philippines, game 3.
So with this, Na'Vi, will they ban another roamer, or will they somehow apply pressure towards the goal lane, right? Limit 1. Because Claude can also make another comeback here. Instead, they will remove the Garok. So, as expected, technically.
Yeah. Taking away the heroes of Keyboy. That'll be kind of tough. We'll go for the Gata Kancha. That's why they didn't ban it. There we go. Taking it away from Na'Vi, and now Na'Vi have to make a move. What will it be? There's not really a lot of tanks left. They've banned themselves into a corner.
Exactly. Not a lot of times they can kind of follow up with what they want to be doing, right? Khalid, mid-pressure here.
Okay.
Tushin Khalid. Looking good. Along with that, though, the gold lane against all of this dive,
To be Moskov, right?
something that has kite ability and self-peel, that would be great, yeah. Especially against Kyrie's assassin, right? Kyrie's Lancelot. If it's not the Moskov...
Claude or Moskov. Huh? Bruno is pretty
Granger
solid
again?
too. This is one of the comps that I would not want to go up against with the Granger. So
Right.
it's the Bruno for Shive. Last pick for Onyx against the Bruno. What does Skylar want? The Moskov is a safe choice. The Granger.
Wow.
Wow.
Taking a bigger risk.
Yeah. Wow. That is a big risk. Because Granger and Farsa, they're back. They're playing a front to back, but with a different take on the front to back. It's aggression is the best defense, right? Offense, best defense type of deal. They'll have a Lancelot and a Lapu Lapu to just dive onto Na'Vi to get Farsa and Granger space.
I think this is just like a pick-off dive type. No, well, it's like a pick-off poke type of deal. If they can kind of maintain their distance, whittle down the HP bars of Na'Vi, and then go for a big engage, you know, this composition works. But they don't have a lot of short cooldown engage tools. So again, they are going to be playing reactively here, it seems like, from the draft at least.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think the big concern for Na'Vi is the fact that they have given the God in the Jungle, the hero that he has made the most amount of highlight plays with. It's Kyrie on a Lancelot as we dive into the Land of Dawn. Can Na'Vi deal with it?
Game 2, folks, and let's see. Will Onyx go 6-0 after this game, or perhaps we might see a Game 3? Lanadon, here we go.
See how this one goes, man. The fan base definitely seems enthusiastic from Onyx side. But with Afro on the lead, there should be a strong early game mid-control type deal from Na'Vi. But what are they going to try and do with it? That's the question here. I think if they do have a good prio, then Andoryu is the one that has to be a bit more active to try and take advantage of it.
Okay. Early aggression there from Apro. Emblems by GameSmax here, Rash.
Tenacity for Ukir, so not really as mobility driven as Sans was earlier, but more brawling presence.
Oh, that's already a flicker. Gotta be careful. Quick send guard. Ooh, my bad. That's Onyx just slowly but surely already applying pressure in that mid lane.
Yeah, that's why you gotta be careful in the mid lane, man. Whenever you're up against a Lancelot, right? Especially Kyrie's Lancelot. Oh, that hurt. Flicker already early on the Khalid.
And you saw the moves there from Kyrie. He was ready for the reactions. He had like the plan Bs in line. This is a hero he is very comfortable on. And just like that, with a bit of the pressure, you can see Onyx trying to find something, right? Set up for some kind of gank, some kind of prio on the EXP lane as well to set up for the next neutral objective, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wings by wings.
Cars.
Want cars. Flicker already spent.
Oh!
Quick first blood there. Yellow Hercules on the board early.
Yeah, you can already see maybe a bit of tilt from game number 1. Doesn't look like they're communicating as cleanly as they did game 1. Those little ganks could have been prevented with just a, MIA mid, be careful, XP. And now it's Onyx with the full control over Turtle 1.
Reaver Spider invested. That's Andoryu finding an angle. Shadow kill!
Oh!
Great seal on that Turtle. Now Onyx, do they want compensation? Seems like no angle. So yeah, they just gotta take the big L this time round.
Andor who? Andoryu Red Tree. Wow, clean.
That was a bold move and it really worked out, man. Great showing there from Andoryu. Again, on the Hayabusa, there are some aspects where he will excel more than the Lancelot in. Oh, Afro there with the steal though. Again, especially in the gold lane here, that's a bit more even. I feel like Na'Vi want to try and do something more. If they can get Shive a bit more ahead here, this is a hero that does well with gold, this Bruno.
Really, really good. And again, one of the main advantages of the Granger is you almost have full control on the Gold Crab. And Andoryu actually gets a shadow down. Sans.
No mana.
Okay. He'll be safe. Keyboy was already channeling in the taunt. But yeah, big advantage of Granger is usually you get easy control of Gold Crab. So you want to have your roamer as much as possible dive into the bottom lane or gank into the bottom lane to secure the Gold Crab. Doesn't even matter if, Bruno doesn't get it, as long as it's not on Skylar, the Granger.
Yeah, the quick items right here. Again, early on here, there seems to be a lot of prio in getting just a bit more damage. But Shive building towards the Has Claws here is going to be able to kind of take short trades and not really be bullied out. Andoryu though.
Oh, Skylar quite vulnerable here. 2v1, 2v2.
Oh!
Wow. Is able to get away this time around. Still just a kill on the board here. Almost 4 minutes of game time.
Yeah, in a way, it's good because he baited Flicker. But as a gold laner, man, that Gold Crab.
Gold Crab difference. Andoryu though, whoa!
Oh, we see a 1v1 action here. Lupi is around though. That's the last shadow Andoryu can use. That's going to be a free purple buff. Tars in the mix, looking for an opening. That's Kyrie's top. And that will be Kyrie taken down.
Whoa.
Now Lupi,
Oh!
big final slash. Cars though is in a peculiar positioning. Is able to find the outplay. Cars, the machine.
Oh, he's definitely not Cars 2, man. This is Cars 3.
Gotta be careful again. But yeah, it's the equalizer there, and Na'Vi actually was able to get the win, and they even collect the farm in the mid. All of the gold. Shadow kill! Andoryu locking Tyler down. Good night.
It's one thing to kill and assassinate the superstar in the gold lane. It's a whole other thing. Recalling on his corpse. Na'Vi, you're feeling it. Coach Aldo, special message. I never want to see Cars on a non-aggressive hero ever again. Get rid of the Uranus Esmeraldas. Put him on the Arlets, Ediths, and the Lapus again, man. Oh, Lord.
Look at that pressure immediately. Na'Vi go into the jungles and they get all the gold in the mid turret, and then they go for the bottom turret as well. Dude, that's a big swing in momentum here. Na'Vi definitely have more control here. Onyx already forced to play a bit more reactively, be on the back foot. And remember, there's a lot of mobility built in because Afro is on that Khalid. So Onyx, what's the move here? They might want to wait for the next neutral objective, but that means that Skylar won't really be able to farm here. Look at the lanes, nowhere is safe.
Nope, nowhere is safe. Kai is still trying to brute force his way into the jungle though. Last time he did it, it costed him and the whole team the lead. They gotta start respecting Na'Vi. Like they're not the S16 Na'Vi that we saw from last season. You can't be, you know, getting away with these kind of aggressive moves, man.
You can expect no response from your opponents, but look at Afro. Is he gonna set up for some kind of harassment, or it's just denying the gold crab?
Yeah, gets it too. You gotta deny it as much as possible, man. It's the only way Granger can come back, and it's usually the way that Grangers are able to hold on the lead despite losing to the enemy team early, despite your team being the losing team. Again, look at the position of Andoryu. Skylar compromised again.
Oh!
Position Suns!
Now got to again just shadow kill quickly invested, and look, was in a very peculiar position. Andoryu has a shadow to take Sans down. Skylar funds a redemption though, taking a member down. That's a 2-for-1. That's a big knockup. Great. Battle execution perhaps soon. Andoryu gets a killing spree, and that will be the end of that mid base turret as well. Na'Vi takes tier 1. Onyx dismantled.
Dude, Na'Vi go for the fight. Andoryu was so good on his Hayabusa, man. He went for the shadow kill because he had the shadow onto Sans, and afterwards Sans escaped with his life, but he came in with that shadow to finish the business. Great show of mechanics and great call from Na'Vi there.
Oh, Skylar.
Oh no!
Oh no, a little bit too naive perhaps. Andoryu,
The read.
is just beautiful in this game. So sharp and so efficient. And yeah, Onyx, again, they were down 2K gold 2 minutes ago. Na'Vi doubled their lead just a couple of minutes.
And the confidence is off the charts. Andoryu has bought a Sky Piercer on Hayabusa in MPL. We don't usually see this, even when Hayabusa was up there in terms of prio. We don't see the Sky Piercer, so he is very, very confident right now, which kind of needs to be. 4-0-2, got a kill on Skylar and Sans constantly. Massive value. Really good mechanics too, well, just the composure. Use skill 2 instantly to the ultimate. Wants to use the second part of skill 2 in case Skylar flickers.
Oh man, Andoryu trying to equal score.
A level above there of Kyrie. Rarely do we see this, folks. Kyrie is a level down. Yeah, we expected a PH jungler showdown when we get it.
So far, Andoryu definitely is doing better.
That's a bit too much though, right? 2 Skype, well, they are in the lead, Rashi, but it's 2? I thought it was just Andoryu.
It's not ideal, but maybe they want to have a bit more threat from that mid lane, right? Because otherwise that Sushin's going to end up being more of a utility bot. Now at least there's that threat of the execute coming through. That could be the idea. But so far, Kyrie, he's behind, but he's actually trying to maintain a good amount of farm. He's been able to invade into Navi's jungle, try and steal some camps under Andoryu's nose. But now again, Navi has set up the front line. They have the pressure, and they've set up the far side as well. Everything set up for this next lore take. What's the response here from Onyx?
Okay. The response is they just want to go for the brute force. They got to be careful here. Again, 4,500 gold lead for Na'Vi. Afro, seal already. B-Boy taking a big amount of damage.
Yeah, half HP not ideal. Onyx, Feather Airstrike invested. That's going to be the lore taken down. Afro with the flicker, Raging Sandstorm. Doesn't really quite find the connection though. Luke P flickers out. Luke here, very aggressive. And that will be the end of B-Boy and Luke P. It's going to be a 5v3. And now V just getting all the neutral objectives on the board. Kai will be able to get his purple, but just pressure and control is for Na'Vi.
Cars still has flicker. Skylar and Sans will have to read it out. Quad Shadow!
Oh no, towards the back!
Oh!
The cancellation of Sans with the combination. That's a duo Celebes doing work.
And that's where the Skypiercer buy loses its value. You get shut down. Not only do you give a massive bounty to Skylar, you get a Skypiercer stack to him, and you lose your own. Oh, way too aggressive. Overheating, and Doryu is here on the Hayabusa. It's still good by like all the metrics. It's still a Na'Vi win, but you don't want to be giving away these shutdowns, especially to Onyx, especially after seeing game 1, dude.
Especially to Skylar as well. He is one of the main carries in the late game there as well. And you have to understand, even if you're a mobile assassin, when you're up against Sans on the far side,
When you don't have Shadow Kill, calm down.
exactly, you gotta be careful, man, because this guy, he will turn it on you despite being a mage against an assassin. That's the kind of illogical theory that Sans operates on.
Yeah.
And he's on a rapid boots as well, by the way. He's trying to move fast, trying to get places.
It's all about the movement, man. He's a pace merchant in this game. In a 1v1 against the Roamer. There's not a lot of damage.
Oh. Ooh.
Okay, it's all chill. It's all chill. Kalma. Everybody just calm down.
Kalma, kalma.
Apro.
Let's see. Oh, that's a big final slash. Oh, in the back. That's going to be Tyler. Wind of Nature is there. Oh! Andorio! So clean with it. Finds the connection to take Skylar down. Now it's a 5v4 Na'Vi. Will they go for more? It seems like no angles. So they will back away. 50 seconds for that Lord.
And Doryu says, nah, I'm gonna keep that same energy, man. What? Too aggressive, what? If I'm good enough, I can do whatever I want. That's the ego coming in, and Na'Vi are knocking at the doors.
Oh my goodness. Two-man final slash. Keyboy taken down. Battle kill. Oh! One. Again and again, and Doryu was able to find a clean connection now. They defend with Sans and Skylar and Kai. Seems like they will be kill. Defend base turret bottom. But that is just Sonic again. Just struggling to find wins.
We got lore-accurate Kakashi showing Onyx the real levels of stupid power scaling that is in Naruto right now, bro. And Doryu is popping off.
You can see the respect from Onyx. It's not just Endoryu doing well in getting the Skypiercer stacks and assassinating the backline. It means Shiva has a lot more space as well. Onyx cannot deal with this. They go and let go of the Lord Na'Vi, extended the lead even more. Despite not having a siege composition, they are turning things up, using this Hayabusa pick to threaten Onyx inside their own base.
He's got that true gambler's mentality, man. It's like, hey, the Skypiercer stacks will keep on coming. I don't care. As long as I go in,
I will double down.
double down. Double Skypiercer too. Doubling down on that. I don't think Ukir does he even have a Skypiercer style? Like, I know he has 2 kills.
I don't think so.
But I think it was before he bought Skypiercer. Oh.
No,
Kai
he
doesn't
does
go
not
for it.
want the smoke, dude.
No, definitely not, man. Like, he's so far behind, 2K behind. They're gonna get a few good shots onto the Lord, though.
I'm down for a game 3, folks. Let's see if this time around Na'Vi
Afro?
is able to close this one out. Now mid will be taken down here. Onyx will play it slow. They will try to defend their bottom base turret, though. Already 4 or 5 members of Na'Vi committed to that lane. Seems like Onyx great defense. Another wave is coming, though, in that mid. Na'Vi, do they pull the trigger? I don't think they should.
Just trying to stick around long enough to take out that bottom base turret. And again, there's so much threat, so much pressure. Oh, better airstrike.
That's the final slash, though, for their airstrike towards the bottom side. That's Afro jumping in. Nikar's taken down. And Doryu finds an angle. Shadow kill. That's a lot of damage, though, on towards Ukir. Gato Kacha. Not an ideal AOG, and they will reposition. They lose. And Doryu! The killer instinct in him is just on point, and that will be Sans taken down.
Dude,
Somebody stop him!
I'm glad.
Somebody stop him!
I'm glad he got the kill on Sans because if and Doryu!
Shadow kill! 1v1. Kai kneels this time around to Andoryu.
And Doryu's just him! What the heck? The vision! Constantly getting picks, now Skylar has to play behind Keyboy. It is a dominant display on the Hayabusa. I was about to say, I'm glad he got the kill on Sans because early in the fight, he got the shadow kill on minions. But I guess he doesn't need shadow kill. But he gets it back up. It's to assassinate Kairi to get full stacks on the Sky Piercer.
Dude, it's up so fast, man. He's using it almost off cooldown immediately. And he is just putting pressure onto Onyx again and again. We haven't seen a performance that, you know, where we've seen a jungler force out a respect ban. This might be one of them, dude, in the modern era.
Oh, man. Onyx are on the back foot. They've lost a base turret down below. They wanted to keep that up. They tried their best to. But Andoryu says otherwise. 86%, we've seen this before. It was 83% last game to Na'Vi for our AI prediction presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy S25 series. And then it all turned around.
Oh.
Apro.
A little bit out of position there. Reaching Sandstorm for the first time in this game was used defensively. Onyx trying to claim more grounds. Kairi in the Lord. Seems like both teams, rather, will reposition. And especially Na'Vi, they will definitely take it slow. Andoryu, though, looks for a cheeky opening there. Doesn't really find it. So, yeah, Na'Vi, they know that they have the bottom lane, so they will take this as slow as possible.
They don't have the same kind of regen they had in the previous game, but they have enough. Oh, final slash does not land.
I'd say clear lower take. Keyboy AOG defense.
Cancelled! You sleep, you snooze, you lose.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Keyboy down for 30. That's gonna be it's the Andoryu show.
It really is. 11-1-4. We know who exactly will take game MVP for sure, but they gotta close it out. The question is, can they close it out? They've done so well up to this point. They have a Lord in the mid lane, a wave up top as well to crash in together. The bottom wave dealt with by Andoryu. 3 waves coming down on Onyx.
Man, and there's no solution, no quick crowd control to stop the members of Na'Vi. It's gonna be down to just damage output and positioning.
I don't think they can defend this time. Let's see. The fire damage profile is just too much. Na'Vi now looking for the end. That's gonna be the Lord taken care of. Afro with a great jump. Ladies and gentlemen, Onyx, they might lose this one. Keyboy in the front. AOE towards the back end. We will have a game 3. Andoryu does it.
Andoryu with his best performance in MPL Indonesia to date.
It wasn't that Onyx wasn't performing. You saw Sans catch him. You saw Kairi try and punish his plays. But it doesn't matter.
And again, we gotta go back to what we said in the draft. Me and Arashi, seeing that Granger, it was like, oh man, it's so risky to have a Forza and a Granger against this composition. And it ultimately came true. The snowball happened, Andoryu got Sky Piercer, and Andoryu all over the place.
At that point, that was it, man.
He really was over the place.
He lost stacks, and he's like, hey, give it back. Give it back real quick. Let me borrow a stack, and just takes it away from Onyx, dude.
Crazy.
I'm so impressed right now.
This is why.
The whole game, me and Mirko were like, oh! Even if we weren't talking, we're like, dude. Man.
We love to see it, man. We love to see it.
That's crazy.
We love to see Na'Vi finally reaching that form, and this guy getting humbled.
Hey, I mean, hey, it happened last week. You know, Alter Ego won Forza Game 3. It doesn't really matter.
I agree, though. I mean, a bit of that was also the respect that was just not there. Again, picking it against an Arlet Hayabusa is kind of crazy. Granger Forza. Onyx got to learn from this. Like, yes, they do have the championship on hold. Does look like it's already theirs, but not with this. Not with the way they played here.
So was Andoryu just, enduring over the place, or was Onyx draft just not, equipped to deal with such an assassin? Because I think it's both, and as always, that's a safe answer. But the way it was playing this Hayabusa is just so much more dynamic. Again, at least in this season and last season, we've seen flashy Hayabusas. This was different, man.
Yeah.
He was a threat even before the shadow kills.
Early on, we thought it might be a car show with the outplay on Sans and the rest of the team, but then we clearly saw whose show was gonna be. And Dory was like, nah, no one's gonna steal the spotlight from me. Ukir though, and the rest of the team, yes, it was the Andoryu show, but the whole team was there supporting him, man. It was so beautiful. Ukir with the Crimson Beacon forward, getting those pickoffs, and Apro always being the man who engages first to leave them open to a Cars final slash, to then getting Andoryu all those stacks. Arashi, walk us through the highlights because it looked good for Onyx early.
Yeah, they're able to use that superior mobility and the setups to really get an advantage. But once the power spike starts hitting for Andoryu, right, that's where I think Na'Vi needed to turn around. This initial play was all Cars though, so I think it's really fair to say it's a full team performance yet again. Oh man, the kill right there. 1v3, basically. This was the first signs where we're like, oh, hang on a second. Man's cooking, hang on a second. And you can see that despite not having a front line, it doesn't matter because there's so much damage available for the side of Na'Vi, and they don't set up for big team fights, right? All they're setting up to is zoning, is spotting away the members of Onyx, and when the damage comes through and Onyx get low enough, that's where Andoryu jumps in. And if Onyx don't really oblige them and try to control ground, then Andoryu hunts for them in the base. Skylar has Wind of Nature here. It doesn't matter. He played around the Wind of Nature, dude. The item that should shut down the Hayabusa was a non-factor.
And that's why, Rashi, I had to give props back to Cars, to Apro, because they baited it initially. And man, when it was Cars who engaged first, it was Apro in the follow-up. This is the moment I was talking about, the shadow kill into minions. Unfortunate. Yeah. But then he did this, so it was like, all right, that's redemption. And he did this. So it was like, hey, double down. What you gonna say? What you gonna say about the shadow kill not landing? And Cars, the final slash missed there, but he got redemption instantly. It was, I think, more of a zoning ult too, you know, in case Onyx made a move. And then it was just clean. The shadow kill here forced Kairi back, cleared the entire wave, and got Na'Vi into a position where they could just go for the end, and they did. This time the A prediction came true, you know? After last game, a lot of people were like, oh my god, what's going on with the A prediction? 83%, haha.
Andoryu got 1 death though, so like, you know, he's garbage.
Yeah,
like Kairi had 0 deaths, bro, like come on.
No, he has 3, so.
Oh, he was before, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's that. That's what some copers might mention out here. But man, it really seemed like Onyx, despite, okay, Na'Vi did great here, but like you mentioned, Mirko, the draft from Onyx, no real source of crowd control to spam out. They have that gotta catch a taunt, but that's really about it. Every other stun comes through from, you know, Sans moving up. It comes through from Ludpi using the bravest fighter. So you're trying to go up against a team with an Arlet, a Hayabusa, and to a degree, a Bruno as well. And all these heroes generally need to be kind of controlled in a fight, because if you leave them alone, the damage output, the mobility is just too much. And they saw the Arlet and the Hayabusa very, very early on, and they said, you know what, it'll be fine. They went for the Gatot, I guess, afterwards, but that's one of the only options they had, and it just was not adequate, man.
It wasn't enough. It really wasn't enough. And, you know, credit to Na'Vi for, I think, they have really refined their performance from Game 1. They were able to stay disciplined, you know, be more decisive, especially towards that late game. Andoryu, you know, I think was just their main vocal point, right? Being so decisive, being, you know, taking a risk, but also with calculations.
Taking too many risks.
Sometimes, you know, when it's that day, sir.
Yeah. Well, right now, we have a lot of questions.
1-1.
It's 1-1. Will Onyx finally lose? Their win streak looking really good. Today, I don't think anyone predicted.
Na'Vi doing it?
Exactly. I don't think anyone predicted this outcome to happen. Not even me. Like that 2-0 prediction from Na'Vi, I actually predicted Onyx. But hey, thank you, production. You know, at least now it's 1-1. I'll take credit.
Man. So, Gani, respect ban on the Hayabusa, yay or nay?
Yeah, I think they gotta deny. They gotta deny the Hayabusa.
But they got Lance. Let's see what Eterna thinks here as she asks them.
Di sini ada Eterna up on stage dan di sini kita juga ditemenin oleh Sonic dan juga para Na'Vi Nation karena match pertama kita untuk hari ini udah 1-1. Ini dia dari para Sonic dan juga Navi Nation. Di sini kita ada Anggi. Hello, welcome.
Halo Kak Eterna.
Halo, dan di sini kita ada.
Halo Kak Zidan.
Ada Zidan. Oke, kita mau ngobrol-ngobrol dikit nih. Karena mungkin beberapa orang yang di rumah atau mungkin yang ada di MPL Arena sekarang mungkin nggak menyangka ya. Navi dari performa dari season-season lalu tiba-tiba bisa menyamakan dengan Onyx yang membawa Dream Team-nya. Kalau dari Zidan sendiri, gimana perasaannya sekarang?
Mungkin tentunya perasaannya senang sih Kak. Itu juga mungkin jadi jawaban buat Navi Nation. Itu juga jawaban yang udah dikasih oleh manajemen. Kita mungkin ya ngucapin berterima kasih sih buat manajemen.
Trust the process ya, karena akhirnya udah di titik ini nih.
Ya alhamdulillah akhirnya udah bisa merasakan kemenangan lah. Kalau kemarin-kemarin kan kita kayak ngerasain benar-benar tanpa menang dan akhirnya kita udah kejawab nih. Terima kasih juga buat manajemen sih.
Thank you manajemen tuh, disampaikan oleh Zidan langsung. Karena kita melihat dari game pertama, game kedua, sepertinya Onyx-nya kesusahan nih. Gimana nih Anggi?
Kalau kita sih emang udah mikir bakal game seru sih. Nggak mikir ini game gampang, soalnya kita lawannya kan Maharaja King Navi.
Maharaja King Navi. Title baru ya untuk Navi ya?
Baru itu, baru.
Dan mereka patut untuk dikatakan King?
Patut.
Patut.
Terlihat kan tadi mainnya 2 game selalu dominasi dari early kan. Jadi kita, semua musuh sih sama aja sih. Kita nggak nganggap enteng atau gimana sih.
Oke. Jadi semua sama rata. Tapi menurut kamu apa sih yang membedakan Navi dari sudut pandang Sonic nih?
Apa ya? Mungkin karena kedatangan 2 player barunya sih yang bikin mereka secara kualitas jadi meningkat jauh.
Berarti kedatangan 2 player. Mungkin ada message nggak untuk 2 player barunya di Navi? Kayak udahlah nggak usah atau apa gitu?
Ya, jangan keras-keras bang, kita masih betah di pucuk.
Jangan keras-keras, kita masih betah di pucuk.
Bisa ngerubah semuanya sih menurutnya. Menurut aku sih gitu sih Kak.
Oke. Tapi perbedaannya karena
Closing step juga ya, karena ya dari
ini nih ada di momen-momen yang krusial banget karena satu-satu masih ada 1 game lagi. Kira-kira prediksi dari sisi Sonic gimana Anggi?
Onyx nutup game sih.
Onyx nutup game ya. 2-1 buat Onyx.
2-1 buat Onyx.
2-1 buat Onyx. Oke, kalau dari Zidan?
tadinya sih kita prediksi 2-0 sih ya, tapi ya tapi karena tadi game 1 seru banget ya skor sama mungkin 2-1 buat Navi sih.
2-1 buat Navi, kamu gak ada balasan apa? Dia bilang harusnya 2-0 loh.
Ya itu kan kita kan biar seru aja gitu.
Oh biar seru aja.
Anak king, sayang kalau nggak 3 game kan, itu dia.
Oke, mungkin kalian masing-masing punya message untuk para player yang lagi bertahan itu di atas stage?
Semangat aja udah. Yeay.
Semangat. Semangat banget tuh, gue berasa banget. Gue jadi
Semangat
player
aja.
tuh berterima kasih banget sih, kayak gue semangat banget nih rasanya.
Buat player-player Onyx, semangat aja. Yeay.
Yeay! Oke, kalau dari Zidan gimana?
Untuk semua player Navi sih terus semangat ya, jangan adu blunder. Terus juga buat Andoryu, I love you, Kiting.
Oh.
Dia pengen ngasih ke Raja. Oke. Let's go Onyx, let's go. Let's go Onyx, let's go. Let's go Onyx, let's go.
Oke, nice. Itu dari Sonic ya. Kalau dari Navi Nation?
Ya ini kita nggak ada penontonnya nih.
Gak apa-apa, aku bantuin. Aku
Navi
Nation.
Born to win.
Ulang gak sih? Guys?
Ulang nih kurang semangat nih aduh.
Gimana
kita
nih?
ya. Navi Born to win.
Itu dia. Kalau begitu kita akan langsung lempar kembali ke para casters. Thank you so much Sonic, thank you so much Navi Nation. Dan kita akan melihat siapa yang akan menutup game berikutnya. Casters, take it away.
There you go.
Wow.
Onyx fans are doing the pose, the emote. Navi fans, all 4 of them, unfortunately, that's what they said. They didn't have anyone watching on their side, unfortunately. Navi Nation, come on, man. How were you louder last season when you went 0-16 compared to this season when you're winning?
It shows that they're humble.
maybe they just want to support when they're losing. You know, when they're winning, it's like, why even support?
To be fair, right? They were supporting their team to break history, to break a record back then.
Okay.
It's different now.
Maybe it could still be a record. You know, they can make it to playoffs for the first time.
Hey, you're right. If they're able to get the win here,
Yeah.
they're on the right track.
Yeah, I think even if
Yeah.
they don't get a win here, they are guaranteed playoffs.
Wow, guaranteed?
Yeah, I said they were guaranteed playoffs when I heard that Endoryu Ukir transfer. Before the season started, I was like, all right, this is a guaranteed playoffs team.
Well, if they can beat Onyx, right? I mean,
If you can get this close to Onyx, bro, 2 games,
dude, Onyx is not slumping right now. They've been doing well. So, like, dude, the fact that they are matching up here, they're kind of putting Onyx on the back foot. Dude, like, teams are taking notice, man, for sure. Like, who is this guy?
like right now, at least 1 slot is guaranteed from the teams who
Thank
didn't
you.
make it last season. Because TLID are doing pretty...
They're
They got
0-6.
Firza, though. They got Firza. They got Firza.
There's a, yeah, officially, right?
He's definitely the... Witty was definitely the problem.
The rumor, the new rumor.
100%. Yeah.
They're gonna flip the script there with Firza joining. Let's see though, will they be able to or not?
We'll see. They did it before, you know. We were like, oh, why would you swap Gugut and Yaoi? And then they turned out to be champions. Who knows? Maybe it could work out again. Firza, we'll talk about that tomorrow, though, because that's when their match is. Today, we're going to stick on this matchup.
Hey.
Navi versus Onyx. Andoryu.
1-1.
Andorhu just got a crazy performance on Hayabusa earlier. Now, can he replicate that, go back-to-back?
Or
Question was, Gani, for you, did they deny it? I think no. They already got Lancelot. They just needed a safer gold lane after picking up Farsa early, but they doubled down on a very, very vulnerable backline.
Yeah. Didn't really work out for them, man. They gotta, I don't know, connect with the vision a bit more, because I think Navi, they all understood what they were supposed to be doing. I said, like, every single one of them were doing what they are supposed to, so the connection is definitely there.
What they had was basically an S25. Good players.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Good hardware. But they didn't have the best pick.
Right.
So, it's like getting anything else that is not Simpati. You need to get Simpati if you want to get value, all right? Get your Simpati now and enjoy tons of benefits from streaming, gaming, shopping, music, to safe internet browsing.
Hey.
It's all here. And what's even more exciting is every Simpati purchase gives you an MLBB Diamond voucher to help you push rank like a professional. For just 35,000 IDR, you get 3 gigabytes of data plus 30 minutes of calls. SMS? Wow, that's a lot of value, dude. Scan the QR code right now. You see my girl Wanwan right there.
wow,
Grab yours now.
grab yours now because Sympathy, Arashi Miracle, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is the best for you.
It is.
So the coverage is insane. That's where I was going. I was getting at with the whole connection thing, by the way.
yeah.
You gotta connect with Sympathy as well.
Connection.
dude. That's how you stay on the same page with your boys, you know?
Exactly.
If we don't use Sympathy, Miko and me, we might not know when we're gonna hang out next week.
Snap the QR code.
Because if you
earlier,
yeah, go ahead. If you use something else that's not Simpati, he sends me a message. It's quick. I get it a week after.
oh yeah.
By the time I get it, I'm like, yo, what's up? And he gets it another week.
I'm like, what? This guy's ignoring me for a week?
Yeah.
And the friendship just breaks down, bro.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Also, happens with Mobile Legends. You press Retribution,
That's true.
but then the turtle
Count
will
later.
be taken down next week.
Next week.
Next
I
week.
like that. I like that.
Wow, that's a long game.
Yeah, that is a long
That's a
game.
long wait.
6-week turtle? That's crazy.
As Ranger Amas will always say when we see a one-to-one game, one-to-one match, it's going to be a long day, Miracle. He says it in the back rooms. And I think it is going to be a long day with the next match. Also, I think not going to be 2-0. I think it's going to be another 2-1. Evo's Dewa, very close. I met Coach Wright earlier, and he looked angry, man. He looked like he
Did he look right though?
It looked right. Let's take a look at this.
It's the right look.
Donnie,
That's cool.
this is a concern right now. The classic red side for Onyx is
Oh,
now
no.
the losing side for them. They've lost 2
Oh,
games. Their
boy.
only losses through red side. And meanwhile, this time, they'll take blue side away. Navi have improved 50% on blue, but now they put...
Man, you can feel the confidence and like, now see how he does here in the drafting phase.
Yeah. I'm an Aldo Glazer, you know, especially when it comes to drafts. I think the previous teams he's been in...
Exonic, by the way.
Exonic, that is true. XBTR too, by the way. Yeah, I'd say. The previous teams he's been in hasn't really been able to
Ex-alter ego as well.
Well, that's the team that I'm talking about. Hasn't been able to utilize that and instead put him in a, you know, well, they got Nafari, the better coach, right?
Apparently, supposedly,
Yeah.
presumably,
Fair enough.
legally.
Siapa kita? Todak.
Todak.
Shout out to MPL Malaysia. That was
Shout out.
Nafari.
Big shout out.
Big shout out to Todak. I'm a
Shive also played there.
ex-VTR.
Ex-BTR.
Let's take a look at it, boys. Drafting phase for game numero 3. That's
Let's
number
go.
3 in Spanish. Onyx banning out the Baksha and the Harit.
Okay, so I'm guessing it's quite similar from game 1, right? Onyx got blue. They ban out the Harith, the Baksha, Na'Vi. They ban out the 1-1, and they banned the Fanny last though. Will they shake things up here this time around?
Oh man, Fanny hair. I wonder if what's the idea here for Onyx if they really want to. Because again, Onyx is a team that adapts throughout the course of a whole match themselves. So I'm wondering what they're attempting here. Do they want to force Na'Vi to a utility jungler, right? Kind of put the ball back in the hands of Shive and Ukir like in game number 1, or how? Because Onyx ran away the Hayabusa immediately, so the respect is there.
But what does this leave open? The Phobius is up for grabs. So could be the trade here. Juicin going to be taken away, forcing Onyx to make the move. Do you go Lancelot and give the Phobius over to Na'Vi or nah? The thing is, for Onyx, I think it's safe to go for the Lancelot because Na'Vi could just go for Phobius and then you go for the Kalea to punish. But instead, they pull a sneaky one on us and go for the CC. So a winning lane against the Phobius, but Na'Vi can still stick to the, actually go for the Farsa. So Farsa Lancelot first? There's no risk of a Phobius anymore. The CC's already there. Could also be the Ardent pick here for Na'Vi. But I think the Lancelot first should be the name of the game for them.
Yeah, Lancelot was doing well, and now there's no... Huh. Yeah, in theory, the Assassin gameplay still is available. The Farsa is a bit more of a concern, but overall here, they can still round out the composition, getting a solid tools to kind of shut down the CC, right? Because CC's counter is CC. See how that goes.
I will choose my own path.
Wow.
They go Ardent first.
Is it Cars, the live action coming up next?
Talking live action Cars sounds pretty whack if I'm being honest with you, but it's okay, it's okay.
That's funny.
Onyx. CC.
Lancelot is still open.
Yeah, it really looks like a Kalea themselves if they want, but then Na'Vi
So
can just
Kalea
answer with a
Beatrix?
See, this is the thing. You go Kalea, but the Gato Kacha comes in for Na'Vi. Like this is an angle of attack from Na'Vi. They know that they can actually play into the second phase with a Fredrin, or they can go Gato Kacha to deal with the Kalea.
Idea by all means, but after such a performance there from Andor, you do really want to kind of put him in that position. He wasn't really doing bad on the Fredrin by keeping Onyx guessing on, you know, what kind of hero he's gonna be on. It's not a bad idea at all.
Na'Vi.
Gaze the stars.
Okay. They will lock in the Gatot Kacha, so the Fredrin. I mean, technically, game 1, Fredrin was also last pick, so yeah, this time Onyx will not let the Fredrin go. They have learned from their mistake.
Yeah. But there's still an Akai for Na'Vi. And actually sounds pretty solid here, no? Against a Kalea CC, it's because of the, like, look at the picks on the other side. If they go Akai, what's stopping Na'Vi? And what's gonna stop the Akai?
It really isn't that bad, right? He has the immunity. He can kind of keep people in place for a long time, depending on the setup as well. Yeah, no, I'm kind of okay with that idea, actually. Na'Vi ban away the Beatrix, denying the Kalea combo. Joy, so Onyx are assuming is going to show through. Na'Vi now, they can hide the cards for one more turn, but eventually we need to find out.
So Bruno, I think the Bruno is the safe choice here. Over the Granger, you don't want to go Granger Farsa again, it'll just be the same thing, right? Ah, I forgot about the Yi Sun-shin. Yeah, why go Akai when the Yi Sun-shin is still up for grabs? I guess I was thinking that Yi Sun-shin was already banned, knowing that it's usually the ban here. Okay, yeah, an even better option. Okay. But then what's the gold lane going to be with no Harith? Do they still... What are they going to set?
I feel like they want some range, but I don't, definitely not the Granger, right? Too vulnerable, it seems like. So, Moscow, you think? Something along those lines, right? Good AoE team fight, macro control.
Oh! Ruby Gold.
Oh boy.
The classic. And another Vengeance reset.
Dude, there's so much crowd control now available for Na'Vi, man. And Onyx, they're kind of locked themselves into a bit of a dive comp.
Yes, they have put themselves in a very uncomfortable spot, I would say, especially against the Granger, right? The Granger's gonna have a lot of say here, unless Na'Vi get the snowball. So, Turtle 1, it's all in on that. Can Na'Vi win it, or will Onyx be able to stop that snowball? Lineup rating counter index for the first time here. It's not gonna be fully favored to Onyx. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 3 for Onyx versus Na'Vi. Can Na'Vi close it out with momentum after securing game number 2, or will Onyx once again prevail to keep their win streak in Season 16 alive?
Yeehaw! This is the Land of Dawn for Game 3. It's Onyx. Will they continue their record and make it a 7-0? Perhaps will Na'Vi succeed and taint Onyx's perfect spotless record?
Especially with all these unique picks showing up. Ruby in the gold lane hasn't really been a strong option for a while now, but right here it looks like it makes a lot of sense. Chibi on the Ruby though, Mirko, is this something we've seen before? You think he has potential on this?
Looking at his playstyle, it actually doesn't fit for me.
Right.
Because he's always been like a safe guy in the back line, doesn't want to go for those aggressive moves, but I guess we'll see.
It's up against the
Danger in lane, because he can just play with the range. Onyx's prediction, shifting very slowly but surely over to Na'Vi. Started out being very dominant for the Onyx audience, but then shifting again. And Doryu with mid control, Kai doing the same thing.
It really feels like both teams are kind of verting from going for a gold lane centered strategy to being a jungle strategy, because it seems like the picks are kind of built to allow the jungle more success right here, that gold lane Ruby included. So if that's the idea, if that's the name of the game right here, I think Na'Vi has a bit of an edge available. And look at this, gang to the top side.
Oh, 4v3. They have the numbers. Lutpi Vengeance. Phantom execution towards the back, but Lutpi will be the sacrificial lamb. With a man up here, Na'Vi should have more river control. Sound spotted, okay. No crazy plays here just yet. They will concede the turtle.
Yeah, oh, they still want to fight for it!
It seems like Keyboy has other things in mind. That's gonna be Sans. Oh, the turtle will fall to the hands of Afro. So, yeah, they will still lose the turtle, but they will take Andoryu down.
The Ruby rotation, Turtle 1! Onyx, that was strange, still forcing the issue despite losing Lutpi. And despite, I believe, the comms already being sent. Ruby was on the way. There was really no reason for them to commit, and now we are seeing holes in their game. They're not as perfect as we once thought them to be.
You can see there, the response immediately, Kyrie trying to find some more value across the map, and he will get away with it. Still having a lead, but look at this.
It's a big taunt. That's a big feather airstrike. Will be cancelled though after one drop. So, yeah. Top lane though, almost a solo there. Curtain call was invested, but no, Lutpi wasn't taken down.
All right, the game's slowing down a bit more right here. It seems like for Na'Vi at least, the neutral objective is where it's at, right? Onyx, the ones with more skirmish power. Oh, look at this though.
Download the app, ladies and gentlemen. Magic Chess Go-Go.
Hey,
This is a new journey. I believe KB will get to cast. It'll be weird if he doesn't.
Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and we also have Magic Chess Go-Go. I agree though.
GG or BB, Arash.
I mean, they're both really good.
Why not both?
Why not
Go
both,
bang
right?
bang.
It's gonna be a lot of time, but it's worth it. More.
Yes.
I'm surprised well. But look at this now. Na'Vi kind of set up to kind of rotate, to kind of cut off the side laners too.
Oh!
For that solo, that's a feather airstrike.
Whoa.
Once. Let's see. Sans still survived that ult. So now with the turtle fight here, Kyrie looks for an angle. Okay. His mana isn't looking too hot there. So let's see. No feather airstrike. And I believe no wings by wings. That's the Tsunami Slam though on towards Cards. Cards will be deleted now. Big. I'm offended. That's Kyrie off the board.
Keyboy now very low, stunned up, and will be taken down. Na'Vi dictating control in the lineup, Dawn.
That's value. 2 members down for 1, a turtle as well, an orange buff as the cherry on top.
Dude, Andorio had the Mountain Shocker available right there actually towards the end of the fight. Skylar trying to steal back that orange, but it won't be allowed.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look at this. Shiva not going to take the turret until the cannon minion gets low, and then he decides to go. But yeah, Skylar not even going to be given farm. He's 2 levels down on Shiva. Has to go to the mid lane.
Great moves from Na'Vi here, macro-wise. Dude, Andorio as well, he's doing a great job finding farm, rotating. This is what the Yisun Shin is known for. But again, with the game going so slow, he's able to actually abuse it even more. Even so though, Kyrie still able to actually maintain an EXP, balance here. But it might change soon if Na'Vi keeps getting these windows to go into the jungle, steal and deny some away from him.
Let's see. Na'Vi are going to play it slow, so Nami slam on Shiva.
That's going to be the combination on towards C.
Oh!
That's a big I'm offended. AOG doesn't land, doesn't connect to Onyx members. It's a big taunt there. Uh-oh, gotta be...
Oh!
Yeah, Keyboy was able to find an angle to get out, but structure top will be taken care of. Na'Vi finding great compensation.
Oh, dude. Despite being taken out right there, by the way, the highest gold in the game is still Shiva, which is interesting to say the least. Look at this now. Na'Vi still pushing the pressure here, trying to get something more. Every time that a fight kind of ends here, Na'Vi always has like that, secondary pump fake. It might catch Onyx off guard one of these times.
Yeah. So still for Onyx, the slow game actually isn't too bad for them with Skylar constantly getting stacks. It's just how do they play around Skylar? He has a Sky Piercer already now, so every kill's gonna count. He also went Rapid Boot, so gonna go for that movement.
Towards the Arlet, Feather Airstrike will be popped. Oh, that's a big final slash. Now with a rotation, I think Na'Vi have restabilized. Onyx gotta be more aware of the positioning. Mountain Shocker pops. Na'Vi now looks for an angle, looks to reposition as well.
Wow.
Yin Yang overturn. Oh, not yet.
Oh!
The miss though by Cards, a big one. Cards gotta be careful with the vengeance. That's Kyrie dumping in front of execution. Still has the puncture. It's a 5v5 fight. That will be the Lord. Great chess match there. And no casualties. Has to suffer.
There you go. That's more like it. More like the Onyx ways that we know them for. Playing it slow. Again, understanding their composition and playing for it here. Still no Sky Piercer stack, unfortunately, for Skylar, but some really good moves.
You can look at how Na'Vi was playing that fight though. Multiple ultimates used and none of them actually landed. It seems like they were the ones pressured there to try and start something. Definitely a peculiar, moves from Na'Vi in that dance. But that's where Onyx is known to really get wins anyhow. So not surprising. We're expecting a lot of these Lord dances or neutral objective dances to look a bit more like this.
But that's the thing about the composition, I would say, for Na'Vi. You kind of have to do that, right? You got to go for the picks. And it's very easy for Onyx to just kite back, play for the poke. That's why the Kagura is a solid choice here. You have CC immunity, you can get out. It's a built-in Purify. And a lot of times when Na'Vi want to commit, they just can't because there's so much re-engage potential from Onyx as well.
And if you're speaking about poke, Skylar has some as well. Keyboy!
Tsunami Slam. On towards Cards for their strike to provide cover.
Oh!
Marcel survives. Keyboy now with a taunt. Oh, gotta be careful! Andorio off the board. That's a big vengeance by Lutpi. Just trying to hold on. Onyx, great capitalization there. A roam for a jungle, it's worth it.
Cars is just so good on the Arlet. Yes, he missed the final slash, but the way he's able to reset the vengeance, or just the composure, I would say, to have those resets, play with the resets, not panicking at all, got them to win in the fight. But Andorio, with him being picked off, they were able to get a lot of turrets, capitalization on the board.
Now Kyrie has a bit more of a lead, especially in the gold department and EXP as well. So Onyx getting more control around the map, and this time, look at this. Na'Vi grouping around the...
Either they give Lord clear out bot, or they just get poked to death.
And again, it's the Kagura and also the Granger, man. So much range available, and it's a mix of magical and physical damage. Never really easy to deal with. For Na'Vi, though, they do have the option to cut off the exit path using that, Avatar of the Guardian on Afro. So if they play their cards right, they can force Onyx to a proper fight with all the tools that they have. For now, let's see how this goes, man. Onyx, they sense that aggression from Na'Vi, they immediately back away.
Slow again. And this time, actually, the wave was winning for Na'Vi.
Yeah.
Ah.
Bounce back off that turret.
Yeah.
Oh,
E-boy.
Engage, Tsunami Slam onto receiver. The right target though, will the damage come through? Afro will be the first one to fall. Keyboy will be that trade. Cars trying to hold on.
Oh.
Ludpi trying to deal damage on towards this machine. Will find the angle to do so. 2 members now off the board. It's a 5v3, 4v3. And Na'Vi, I don't think they have a window to contest.
Onyx are splitting up so well. Navi's AoE hasn't been able to get him at all.
Taking it slow here on. They will have the reset. Ludpi deleted a miscalculation, but Chive will be off the board as well. Tyler jumping forward. Got to be careful because Afro is in the picture to shut him down.
Uh-oh, that gamble was not worth it. Gold lane down. It's gold lane for gold lane, but for Onyx, the Granger is definitely more value than the Ruby, who's more of a utility pick. The wave is so massive. Oh, what a read from Andoryu!
Very good reactions. Keyboy now isolated.
Oh!
Feather Edge strike, Tsunami Slam, everything put, and Keyboy will be deleted. Now V, slowly but surely.
Look at the wave in the bottom lane. They're not going to deal with it. This is such a big win for Na'Vi.
They have Skylar though.
They have Skylar, but look at the angle. Now without Skylar, Na'Vi is going to go for it.
Yep. Let's see, Sans now in a very peculiar position. Should be taken down by the machine. In the mid, it's Akai versus Shive. Afro very low, will be taken out by Skylar, who gets the quick 1-2. Now, Kyrie has an angle towards the Lord. That's a maniac by Skylar. Out of nowhere, he finds the angle, and it's not just a quick 1-2. It's a 1, 2, 3, and 4.
It clears the wave down below, and he gets a maniac in the fight. He's everywhere where you need him, the Prince.
Hey.
Dude, he was there at the right moment at the right time, and Na'Vi are the ones on the back foot now. This might be an angle.
Definitely, man. Let's see. Cars and Doryu will be up in 5 now. Na'Vi will be defending with 5, so I think they should prolong this game. Let's see the offense too.
They don't really have the best of clear, no, do they, Arashi?
No, not really. Even Andoryu, the main carry in the back line, doesn't he have a lot of like...
The remaining turret standing is just their main base, and they will back away.
All right,
Oh,
they
man.
got everything, Arashi. 3 base turrets!
Base turrets, Maniac. It was looking so good for them, but then they were stuck trying to go for fights and zones while still trying to get the Lord, and the pull from the Lord and Onyx together was just too much. Now Onyx are the ones in full control. I don't know if Na'Vi can come back from this.
Uh-oh, Shive off the board, deleted. That's AOG. I don't know about that. That's Afro just isolating himself. That's going to be Cars in trouble. Skylar has an angle to definitely deal damage. And ladies and gentlemen, after a hard, long fight, Onyx will still take the game. The record is still on. They're now at 7-0.
You can try to demolish, to stop the win streak, but Onyx are inevitable. Sometimes it'll take them time to adapt, but once they've got the full download, once the Prince finds an angle, the clutch is always there. Keyboy for game 1, Skylar for game 3.
You just have to always be on your toes, man. And even then, it's not enough when Onyx are there, analyzing you, finding that moment of weakness, that moment of vulnerability. And before you know it, they will strike. It's been a great showing by Na'Vi, but it's not enough right now, just yet, to deal with the Sky Kings.
GG! A phenomenal game though, here and there. We had all the emotes here from the Sonics watching in MPL Arena. Well played to Na'Vi. That was truly well played. You definitely got to see the glimpses. Not just the glimpse, you got to see the brilliance from the team. We'll see the sportsmanship here as Onyx walk and give Na'Vi the fist bump. A valiant attempt at almost taking down the Sky Kings. But Onyx prevail again. Arashi, it is the story here for Onyx constantly. Alter Ego being able to take a game. Na'Vi this time getting a game in game number 2, getting the momentum and even winning out in the early fight, but not able to close it out.
It's the same thing. They weren't unable to get the fights, the kind of fights that they required to win. In the first game, it was that front to back. Here, it's that clash, it's that skirmish, and Onyx denied it.
We're gonna throw it over to Bude Klaramongsar with an interview with the winning team, Onyx. Let's see what's...
2-1 sudah didapatkan kemenangan tadi. Seberat apa melawan Onyx Lutfi, melawan Na'Vi?
What does it mean? 2-1 victory against Na'Vi. How was it?
Akhirnya menang.
It was a hard-fought battle, but
Apakah ini Na'Vi
we
yang
won
berbeda dari
in the end.
musim-musim sebelumnya, Lutfi, menurutmu?
You think it's different?
Apa? Apa yang kamu rasa berbeda?
Yeah, it's different.
Apa ya? Mungkin gameplay mereka lebih
Their-
menyatu aja sih.
their
Kayak
gameplay is
main timnya bagus.
More in sync,
Main timnya bagus.
and yeah,
Tapi
the
Upi,
connection
kita melihat
was just
kayaknya
on point.
Upi benar-benar di game ini sama Na'Vi dikejar terus ya Upi
Lutfi,
ya.
Ya,
you were chased this
ya
game.
begitulah.
Yeah,
Ini
said
kayak
Lutfi.
emang mau ngejar-ngejar Upi.
In this
Ada
match.
sesuatu yang terjadi kah Upi?
Eh,
Did something happen?
enggak sih mungkin mungkin cara apa namanya? Cara biar apa ya? Perang bagus gitu mungkin. Bunuh aku.
Oke, setelah itu ketika kamu
So it's just a
diincar-incar
setup
terus dan
for
kamu
fights.
tertangkap
Without
terus, apa
Lutfi,
yang
I
Upi
think
pikirkan dan
they
lakukan
have an
nih Untuk
advantage.
bisa membalas untuk Na'Vi.
Apa ya? Apa ya?
Inisiasi di game pertama itu memang sebuah kuncian kah?
The initiation in game 1, was
Ini
it?
lebih apa? Banyak komunikasi aja sama tim.
Banyak komunikasi.
Okay,
Game
so the
pertama,
recovery
comeback
was just more
terjadi
communication.
dari tim Na'Vi dan itu banyak yang bilang karena inisiasi darimu dan Kiboy. Gimana kalian menciptakan momen comeback?
How do
untuk game
you
satu?
create the initiation with
Mungkin
Keyboy?
apa, Grok Keyboy bukan kayak Keyboy yang di son-son biasanya.
Oh, Keyboy's rock is
Beda.
different.
Beda, Keyboy, ini Keyboy asli.
This is the real Keyboy, said
ini
Lutfi,
Kiboy.
with a grok.
Oke, tapi menarik bukan hanya
Kiboy
hari
is-
ini permainan
looks
dari
kinda
Onyx yang
confused
bisa
there.
comeback terus, tapi Sans.
Sans?
Hari ini kita melihat bahwa
Today we
Onyx
get to see-
kembali ke MPL Arena mendapatkan kemenangan 2-1. Terakhir
We
di
get to
MPL
see you
Arena
guys
2-0
back in the
terus
MPL
loh,
arena.
Sans.
Usually 2-1. What happened here? 2-1.
Yang penting menang.
Okay, it doesn't matter the score, 2-1, 2-0. As long as we get the win, it's a win.
Cukup berat sepertinya ya buat
Na'Vi
Onyx.
was a
Early
big
game,
challenge.
Kelihatan Onyx tertatih-tatih.
Early
lawan
game,
Na'Vi.
you struggled a lot. You
Bagaimana?
guys were struggling a lot.
Early game ada apa nih dari Onyx dan juga Na'Vi?
What happened in early game?
Enggak gimana-gimana sih, dia emang bagus juga cara setup turtle.
Nothing too crazy. They
Emang bagus cara setup.
were
turtle.
ahead in setups and
Jadi
fights.
positif dari Na'Vi di season ini adalah bagaimana early game mereka,
So the
setup
positive
turtle
for
mereka.
Na'Vi
Tapi kalian selalu bisa di arah late game tuh
is the early game, the setup.
menahan-nahan dan cari kesempatan, Sans.
And you guys in late game
Kelebihan kita kayak
is able to find the loophole, the window to
Dari
turn the
Onyx
game around.
Masih bertahan sampai late game, tapi yang menarik adalah
Yeah.
Kagura. Kapan kita melihat Kagura dan Sans membawakan Kagura hari ini? Apakah memang untuk melawan Parsia seperti yang kayak Bude pernah dengar dan lihat, Lemon pernah bilang ngelawan Parsia.
Lemon
itu
said,
pakai Kagura. Apakah memang
If you
seperti
go
itu
up
atau
against a Farsa,
ada alasan lain nih
Kagura
muncul?
is the answer. What do you think, Sans?
saya kurang tahu udah itu tergantung
Sans says, I don't know.
lagi sama cewek.
It just depends on the coaches, Adi and CW.
Kapan terakhir main Kagura, Sans?
When was the last time you played Kagura competitively?
Lama sih,
Oh, tapi masih ngerti ya?
A long time ago.
masih.
And we got the
Sekali.
3-0
Tapi
here.
Kali ini lawanmu adalah
Today?
Ukir.
You're-
Satu player
you went up
anyar
against
untuk
Ukir.
Na'Vi. Gimana Sans melihat penantang terbaru mid lane di MPL?
What do you think about Ukir?
Ya mainnya bagus kok.
He played well.
Apa nih, bagusnya di bagian mana coba
Like,
Sans?
how good?
Hero-nya banyak, cara dia main bagus.
Hero pool is deep. How he plays is good.
Aja, tapi
Yang menarik memang hari ini kita banyak banget diberi kejutan.
A lot of surprises here, said Bude.
Maniac dari Skylar.
Oh, we got a maniac from Skylar for that game 3. Hence the crowd pop.
Sorak-sorai Prince Skylar dari Sonic di sini. Prince Skylar.
Prince Skylar.
Wah, berada di pucuk bersama dengan Onyx hari ini.
Still at the top
Dan
here
lawannya
with Onyx.
itu adalah Navi. Gimana Skylar
Against
untuk
Navi.
kembali hadir di MPL Arena?
How does it feel to be back in the MPL arena against Navi?
Dan
Happy,
untuk
said Skylar.
comeback di MPL Arena lawanmu adalah Navi. Mungkin tim yang sebelumnya lose streak dan sekarang kembali ke MPL Arena.
Navi
Mereka
usually
benar-benar
lose
lagi
streak.
bersinar. Apa yang
Now,
Skylar pikirkan
seems like they
tadi
have hope.
berhadapan dengan Navi?
What do you think?
Nggak ada yang dipikirin sih. Mungkin ya ini
You don't
first
think
time
much?
balik lagi ke stage 2 kan kemarin sempat online. Jadi mungkin adaptasi
You don't
lagi buat
really
mereka.
think about it, said
Dan
Skylar.
gimana Skylar panggung MPL Arena bersama dengan Sonic dan juga support system terbaik ada di
A
situ?
lot of support systems in the building. I.e. his wife is in the building.
Support gua ya dimanapun ya tetap support gua.
Tetap support ya
A lot of
semuanya.
supports.
Dan
Thank you.
kalau kita lihat tadi momen-momen maniak di
The
game yang
mo-
ketiga kayaknya
the maniac
kalian
moment.
walaupun early-nya
Even though the early
kesulitan tertatih-tatih,
wasn't
tapi pada
really
akhirnya game ketiga kalian bisa babat
as
dengan
straightforward.
sangat indah. Kalau dari Skylar sendiri, apa sih kunci kemenangan?
from
yang
Skylar,
unik
what was the
untuk lawan
keys to
Navi?
victory? What was the
Kemenangan
key to
mungkin
success?
Keyboy buat hari ini.
Seorang Prince Skylar bilang Kiboy ini masa.
Keyboy was the
Nah,
factor.
di balik kematian dia pasti ada yang baik lah buat kita.
Oh.
The sacrificial plays from Keyboy. There was always a
Ya, pasti ada pembalasan.
silver
Tidak
lining,
sia-sia.
so to speak.
Dan langsung dimanfaatkan dengan baik. Tapi Kiboy,
Keyboy,
kunci kemenangan hari ini katanya kamu, Boy.
the keys to victory was because of you. Asked Bude.
Ya,
Yeah.
menurut gua kita lebih solid aja sih daripada Navi.
Kesulitan kalian.
Just the solidarity.
Solid. Tapi kalau
Just the-
membahas tentang kesulitan, gimana dengan kesulitan Navi hari ini?
One page.
Kalau Navi gue lihat mereka berpotensi lah jadi kuat.
What do you think
banget.
about Navi?
Jadi kuat banget soalnya
Keyboy
coachnya
said-
juga Coach Do.
A lot of potential because of Coach Do.
Iya, best friend Coach Yep.
Coach Yep's best friend, said Keyboy.
Kayaknya nih Coach Do lakukan atau Coach Do berikan kepada Navi sehingga ini Navi yang berbeda. Apakah dari hero-nya, dari gameplaynya, atau dari apanya, Boy?
Different gameplay,
Ya, setahu gue pasti banyak
From
banget
Navi.
lah dari in-game, terus juga draft pick juga dia.
definitely from the
Sama
in-game,
sekarang kalau gua
from the
lihat
drafts.
Navi, player-playernya juga kuat-kuat banget.
The players are also
Jadi berpotensi buat
strong,
lebih kuat lagi buat kedepannya.
so more
Proyeksi
potential.
untuk Navi kalau dari kacamata Keyboy, dari mata Keyboy itu, sekarang Navi apakah masuk tim yang kuat di
You
MPL?
think Navi
Nomor
is
berapa sih
a
Navi kalau menurut Keyboy?
contender in the MPL
Nomor
ID
berapa nih?
stage?
Peta kekuatan Navi di MPL
What do you
dari
think?
9 tim ini.
Their damage
Top
profile.
5 atau 4, top 3 bisa.
Oh, top 5 or top 4? Peak top 3, said Keyboy.
Tergantung mereka. Karena mengambil satu
Depends
poin
on
dari Onyx bukan hal yang mudah pastinya kan? Mengambil satu poin dari kalian.
Against Onyx taking a
hal yang
game,
mudah
it
untuk
wasn't
Navi
a,
Oke, sama-sama memberikan poin.
It
dan
wasn't
tadi
as
keras
clear, but
banget.
yeah, how
Tapi
Keyboy
yang
said,
lebih
yeah.
keras Tadi di interview sebelum game dimulai.
Before the
ada
game,
Kyrie yang bertemu dengan Andoryu.
Kyrie
Dan pada
met
akhirnya
Andoryu.
Ada Battle of Assassin. Sudah
We
cukup
got the
puas
Battle
dengan
of Assassin,
hari ini.
especially game 2.
Solo kill semua, Skylar gila.
Semua solo kill.
Bobok sama Skypiercer Hayabusa.
We got,
Diobok-obok, di absenin
Yeah.
satu-satu.
Ya.
Jadi
Andoryu
apa ini
was
setelah
unstoppable game
sebelum
2,
bermain,
solo
pendapatmu
killing
tentang
everyone.
Andoryu dan setelah bermain melawan Andoryu. Pendapatmu tentang Andoryu sebelum dan sesudah
Before and
bermain
after, any
melawan dia
thoughts
langsung?
going up against Andoryu?
Karena emang jago sih dia, karena gue udah lawan dia pas ESL sama MSC kemarin.
Yeah, he is a strong player because I faced him personally during ESL,
Ya.
and
Tapi
he is strong.
jagoan dia nih, kan kamu melihat dia nge-solo kill.
A lot of solo
Apa
kills
nih
happen.
yang boleh di-spill? Ngomong apa kalian tadi?
Well,
Satu-sama
what was
lain
the
pas
communication
solo
like during game
kill?
2?
Tahu dong.
Gilang sih paling tadi ada comms banyak.
A lot of comms
Dibunuh
from
terus sama ini kan, sama Hayabusanya.
Oh
from
gitu.
from
Apa?
Suns.
Sans, ngomong apa tadi Sans?
What
Atau
did Sans
ada
say
ngomong
during the
apa langsung ke
communications?
teman-teman?
Setiap lo dibunuh sama Haya, ada comms kan, ada komen.
Ice.
Ah, Sans just said ice.
Gitu aja.
When he got soloed.
Oke. Semuanya kayak gitu juga. Kalau Kairi?
What about you, Kyrie?
Nggak ada.
Nothing.
Skylar nggak ada juga?
Sky?
Skylar kaget.
When he got soloed?
Apa ya, pas mati kok bisa, Sky Piercer-nya udah 40 ya.
Just giving the info on the Sky Piercer. Hey, Sky Piercer Sax is on 40 when he taken down.
Jadi memang satu kejutan dobrakan dari Hayabusa Sky Pierce. Tapi di sini setelah mendapatkan kemenangan, ini baru leg yang pertama.
This is the first leg.
Dari Kairi sendiri, ada nggak sih yang kamu ingin sampaikan kepada Andoryu?
What do you want to say towards Andoryu?
Something you want to say to Andoryu?
Andoryu. Semangat aja di MPL Indonesia.
Just keep the spirit in MPL ID.
Itu aja. Setelah melawan
From a PH jungler to another PH jungler, keep the spirit.
MPL Indonesia. Masuk ke radar Kairi nggak? Setelah lawan, kamu udah hampir melawan semua jungler
after
di Indonesia.
after facing a lot of
top tier
jungler.
MPL jungler.
Is he top tier MPL jungler?
Soalnya gue belum lawan ini kan, Albert sama siapa lagi ya kita belum lawan.
Can't really say because we haven't really faced
Masih ada dua lagi.
Albert
Joe.
and Joe.
Tapi kayaknya masuk top 3 dia.
Oh,
Kalau sampai
Andoryu is
saat
top
ini
3 according
kita akan tanyakan lagi
to his
mungkin
books
ya,
for now.
bagaimana dari ranking jungler-jungler yang sudah dilawan oleh tiap pemain dan sekarang kemenangan 2-1. Apa respon dari Onyx ketika awalnya bersih untuk Kairi?
2-0, 2-0. Now a lot of 2-1s. What do you guys have to say?
You play 2-1. Sekarang menangnya 2-1.
Skylar
Apakah
has
memang
something
di
to
sini
say.
tim-tim lain udah bisa membaca Onyx atau ada yang terjadi lainnya nih?
Bisa jadi sih, mungkin energi kita agak kurang aja hari ini.
Energy was perhaps lacking.
Cuaca ya?
And the weather.
Jadi ini
According to
harus
Skylar.
banyak ini yang
Jokingly
cuaca
said.
dan sediakan payung. Onyx juga sepertinya akan menyediakan payung.
We gotta,
dan mungkin dari Onyx kembalinya di
prepare for an umbrella.
Semangat. Kasih tahu dong semangat dari Onyx untuk menyambut Sonic yang ada di sini. Ayo.
Last thoughts, last messages for the Sonics that supported them in the building.
Emot dulu bareng-bareng. Ini yang punya emot tuh Bude taunya Sans ya. Ternyata Kairi juga punya emot. Kairi nggak emot hari ini?
No emotes from Kai? No emotes.
Musuhnya baik soalnya.
Musuhnya, oh, he said it again. Because Navi, they're good. They're kind people. They're kind peeps.
Ini kan kita akhirnya balik lagi nih di MPL Arena.
Ya, buat Sonic, terima kasih.
For Sonics, thank you so much. Sonic going wild. Oh, support us for Sunday. We are going up against Liquid. Please come if you can.
Nanti kita akan tunggu ya. Upi akan bikin emot, tapi Sonic sambutlah dan bergembiralah, inilah dia kemenangan.
Please welcome your Sky Kings and Princes. This is Onyx. Crowd going wild.
Itulah dia. Kita